Hey, so as you might have seen the title of the video, love is the exception of the matrix. So you can have many definitions of love, right? Most of us have this definition of a relationship between two people, but I define it in another way where I say that love is the measure of unbiasedness towards an entity or a person, right? For example, let's take the relationship example, right? Your mother and yourself. For 9 months, she goes through difficulties, right? And after that, she's also ready for the next 18, roughly 18 years to take care of you. Essentially, she gets nothing from you back, right? Uh, of course, after you grow up, maybe you can give it back, but essentially you don't give anything, but still she's going to continue to love you, right? And we see many cases where the kids who are so bad, right, they grow on to be bad, still receive the love from the moms because they are unbiased, irrespective of what the child is. They're going to love him, right? Or in many other cases it can be between a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Some people say that they love their job. That means, like, however difficult the job might be, they're going to continue to do that, and they sometimes they may even do it for free, right? And so according to me, it is like the measure of uh, unbiasedness towards some entity or a person, right? The more you love, the more unbiased you're going to be. And why do I call it an exception in the matrix? Because according to the matrix, uh, right, that we live in, there should be rules, right? There should be rules. For example, as I said about the mother son relationship, or mother baby relationship, if someone is giving you pain, you give it back or you resist from it, but you don't love it. You don't accept it, right? Or same with the job, or same with the people. Some kings or some politicians say they love their people. But as we know, if you're in the position of a politician or a king or some leadership, the followers or the people, they actually give stress to the leaders, right? Of course, they don't want to give it, but it becomes a kind of a pressure to handle that situations where so many of the followers say their opinions on politicians or kings or followers, but they say that they actually love the people. I mean, there are still some genuine politicians, okay? I'm not talking about the modern day politicians, but just saying, like, there are some politicians. I mean, if there are no good politicians left or some great leaders left, the world is going to, like, break into chaos, right? So definitely there are some good people, and yeah, that's my thought on love. And these days, love has become some, bad word. If you say it to anyone, or if you just talk about it, you're seen as like a mature person who talks about love. But love is everywhere, you know. I mean, God is defined as love. Why? Because in my childhood, I was taught in school that God is the most unbiased entity or person, right? And I think because He loves everyone, right? You might say, well, if He loves everyone, why did God make some systems where He punishes people? I'm not talking about any religion, any religion thing. I'm just taking, like, if there is something, someone might have created it. So definitely there might have been a creator, and I think creator has created in everything, every system, every atom, every molecule, every emotions which don't have a physical form, but they have an effect on physical world, right? And you might say, well, how do you think God loves everyone? Because in in my mind, if you want to enjoy something, then you need to suffer the loss of it or deficit of it, so that you enjoy when you get excess of it, right? For example, I'm poor and I'm miserable. When I get the excess of money, I will be happy and I'll be grateful, right? And it's just not about this deficit and excessiveness, it's also about the flow, right? For example, we see many cases of rich people suicides, right? Rich people, these are not like 60, 70, these are billions. These people have billions of money in their name and they still die, right? um, that's my thought on love, guys. Uh, today's my doubt is love is the exception in the matrix, because anywhere love is, right, anywhere love is, uh, it's going to not follow rules, right? It's definitely not going to follow rules. And that's how, in fact, in many religious books, you take Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, or any books, whenever God, like whenever people who are somewhat close to God or somewhat close to this greater supreme beings, uh, they were actually able to cross the limits of the physics. I mean, if the rules are made by the God itself, of course, someone close to him can cross the rules, right? So that's my take. I don't want to argue with any atheists and God people, nothing like that. But I just want to say, like, maybe love is something more than this romantic relationships that exist. These days, uh, I'm talking about an average teenager. An average teenager's aim is to be promiscuous. Okay, I'm not going to deny that. At least social media projects it that way, right? But I think genuinely having affection towards people is good. So let me know about your thoughts, and that's all. Thank you.